And out of nowhere, Phantom Knights take down another huge tournament. Make sure you guys smash the living crap out of that subscribe button, and welcome back to day 3 of the Kong's Cards huge breakdowns. Remember, you can use discount code MCO40 over on their website and save on your purchase. They've had a lot of Age of Overlord restocks over time. Actually, they've had a lot of restocks on a lot of things. So kind of pay attention to what's going on over there. Your top 16 breakdown. Unchained, your most represented deck out of the whole tournament. I mean, it's still one of the, what I would consider safest investment decks to kind of play. It's super easy. It does what it needs to do. Then we had 2 tier elements. Okay, I mean, pretty straightforward and used to seeing that. We had 2 Rescue Ace, 2 Dragon Link. Actually really happy to see that Dragon Link kind of coming up to bat here and actually do something in the meta. We also had 2 Purely, and then our 1 Fire King Duelist, Labyrinth, Minkonko, Branded, and we have our Phantom Knight player kind of wiggling their way through the top 16 here, showcasing, maybe there's something to this. Now you get to your top 8 here. You have 2 Unchained and 2 tier. Well, you lost a lot of your fat along the way. Not a single Purely deck made it into top 8, which is actually kind of insane when you think about the conversion rate for the deck. It's struggling out here for a lot of this. Your one-ups. You also had 1 Rescue Ace. Our Dragon Link Duelist kind of stepping back up into the arena here and going, hey, you know, I can still do stuff. The limitations that I've had recently don't hurt me. It's doing good. Our Branded Duelist also creeping on up here into top cut. Very happy to see that that deck is doing something. And then we also have our Phantom Knight Duelist taking it home with a first place finish, overcoming this entire top cut, which is absolutely amazing. I mean, the Horus stuff has definitely kind of turned this deck into a whole different creature. And we'll talk about the list here in a second, but it's amazing that so many people are like, oh my god, you don't play these engines. And it's winning consistently. Let's pass on over to deck list. So, winning our event here is Phantom Knights. Sporting off, I see that we are doing some super cute little shenanigans. And then you remember Raider's Wing? You know, I just want to give a shout out here to Ophion, just for being one of those cards that this deck can actually make, and you can actually smash through your opponent. Plus, you know, Horus good cards, the Adventure Package. This deck is everything that you want in a heavy metagame deck. That just, it does its work. Next up here we have, boy oh boy, Tier coming in second place. I see that we're still playing our dear friends, good old Malicious. We have the Super Polished Check, triple screen, playing the 1 copy of Shyama. That's pretty normal at this point, I feel like. 1 Diviner of the Herald for the Super Cheese. Outside of that, I mean, most of your ratios are pretty much the same. I do like the fact that we are playing There Can Only Be One down here in the side deck. We know how much we really love this card as a tech choice in this build. Oh boy. Next up here we have, wow, our top 4 for Aluber and Friends. Sporting off, of course, you know, pretty much everything that you're used to seeing. But I do see, I see that we're playing this as a super poly target because it's a machine monster plus a dragon monster. I have not seen people exploring Panzer Dragon as a super poly target, but that is definitely something to consider out here. I like this list. This is good stuff. Next up here we have Dragon. Wow, Dragon Link made its way into top 4 as well. I got to clap for it. I'm impressed by the change of this meta. We have the DD Crows. This actually puts a lot more pressure on your opponent than you would think. Our Time Grinder, we are still citing the Beast. This has been pretty normal for a lot of this format. I see we're getting kind of cheesy, citing in some books back here as well. And of course, some Evenlies. And some Giant Space Rocks! Got to crater the opponent's hopes and dreams. Am I right? Next up here, top 8. So our Unchained deck was all the way back here. This every single time, man, you're never going to see this deck not play the DDD package. I do see that we are playing Dropless. We're actually main decking double Lightning Storm in here as well. Holy crap, they really needed some ways to put some heavy aggression on the opponent. Like, look how crazy this build actually is. We also are side decking Sangan, pretty normal, and then Change of Heart as well. Okay, next up here, I see that we have some Rescue Ace good stuff. And you want to talk about standard is standard. Triple of these, playing triple super poly. It's either you're looking at books or you're looking at the super polys for the option trees, kind of board break. No room, though, for the poor Magical Steel Knight. We're not even doing the Firewall stuff down here. Interesting. We're also citing the Instant Fusion. I feel like this has been pretty much cited quite a lot as of late. Next up here, we have more Unchained. Hey, once again, man, I'm telling you, 42 cards. Wait a minute, there's no DDD package. Oh my gosh, somebody didn't play the DDD package. Something's different. Wow. I don't know what else to say. I'm so stunned. I do see we are playing econs down here. That's always going to be cute. Man, the cute little things that you can do with this deck and just board break your opponent for free. Good stuff. All right, what else we got cooking back here? Our other tier list. Wow, tier really kind of struggled this event. Only 2 Fenrir. I don't know how I feel about that. I guess. We are on the triple King of the Swamp. Let me tell you, you're either fighting for King of the Swamp or you're playing some other little sub package in this deck. You kind of make your decision tree. It really just depends on which route you want to go down, but I think King of the Swamp is more of a fan favorite than it really should be at this point. Next up here, we have our Fire King Express. The 1 Diabellstar, you got your triple Super Polys. I actually do like the fact that this deck is able to kind of take advantage of Super Poly and then scoop-de-doop on the opponent's field, whatever you need. I mean, you have literally all the utility assets down here that you could actually need to make sure that, hey, you can do your thing. And of course, the deck in real fashion, still getting the side deck, those skill drains. Oh boy, just what we needed. An actual working skill drain deck in the meta. Next up here, hello, our second Dragon Link deck. 47 cards, by the way. Okay. We are playing the Regained and the Beast in the main. Some other duelists would disagree with that, but I'm not going to take it away. It ended up doing well. Hand Trap City here. Alright. Everything in the main, honestly, I think is fine. It just comes down to your tech choice. Citing the Evilies, citing the Space Rocks. You have the 2 talents, 2 thrust. Yeah, looks good to me. Next up here we have the normal deck. Triple Fenrir, yeah, this has been pretty normal. The deck has definitely been loving this. I mean, free special summon, free search, now you have discard fodder, so it definitely checks all the boxes for things you want. Good old Dimension Shifter. We've seen a lot of Shifty in this deck, and it's been pretty straightforward. And I do see, of course, the Nope card, the favorite of the meta. Yeah, I love to see it too. Next up here, oh boy, more Unchained. Okay, well, we're back to the DDD stuff. That's okay. See that we're also playing books for board breaking. Honestly, the Droplet might be a little bit better for this deck. It really just depends on how you feel that you're going to need to go with this deck. All right, like you have multiple combo lines and things, and I think that's fine. And hey, look, another deck that's playing Shifty. Ah, boy. It's something, I suppose. Next up here we have Labyrinth. Sporting off that Ice Dragon's Prison. We've been seeing this a decent amount as of late. I do like Ice Dragon's Prison in this deck. It does help out things quite a lot. And also the 1 Terrors. There's the 1 Destructive Daruma Cannon. Double Arius. I know a few people are a little bit more indifferent about Arius, but the card is nuts. As long as you can get this to kind of do its thing, it opens up so many stupid defensive plays. Like, it's actually kind of crazy. Next up here, we have our Minkanko Duelist. Well, this looks familiar from the Challenger's Vault. So 1 Diabellstar, 3 of this. We are playing double thrust with the 1 Talents to interrupt the opponent. And then, of course, the lineup up here is pretty standard, I feel like, at this point. And then, of course, the Ohime good stuff that this deck has become very strong and known for. Still love the fact we were able to side in Lava Golems and laugh all the way to the bank. This is by far one of the coolest little builds that have popped up out here. Next up, we have more Purely. We are playing triple Book of Moon with double Cosmic Cycle. And the fact that they're... we're playing Ghost Reaper for Isolde and Crimson Dragon. I don't know what this duelist lost to that caused them to look at Ghost Reaper, of all things. But this is really cute, actually. I will say I'm a little bit impressed here. All right, you have my attention, duelist. And then our last list here is Rescue Ace. Ah, boy. 2 Diabellstar. Oh, we wanted to cut 1 Diabellstar to play the Jet Synchron. Alright, that's the saucy tech for this video, alright? We decided that we wanted to get spicy, and we yoinked out, and we put in 1 Diabellstar. Mission accomplished, alright? That is the innovation. That is our breakdown for Kong's number 3. Make sure you guys smash the crap out of that subscribe button, and I'll see your beautiful faces back here later today, guys. Peace out. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.